Hey guys, Coach Dylan here, coming to you with a nice short podcast today. It is part one of how to get more leads on Instagram. So if you're an online coach or you're looking to build out a hybrid program for your gym, then Instagram is one of the absolute best places where you can get leads. And so what often happens is people don't realize how many leads are actually sitting there. And there's a couple of reasons why people ignore your DMs. And I'm about to tell you what. So the biggest reasons why people are going to ignore you in the DMs is because they don't want to talk to you. It's as simple as that. And so the reason they don't want to talk to you is because you're not talking to them. And so when we look at marketing, one of the most important things that our client or audience wants to know is, do people like me do things like this? And so if your content or if your Instagram and social media profiles do not answer that question, why would that person want to talk to you? Okay, why would that person, when you slide in their DMs, be jumping out of their seat to say hello to you or reply to you? Okay, so that is probably the biggest concept that we need to understand, and the biggest reason why you're getting people ignoring you in the DMs. So what we're going to cover today is I am going to run through some advanced marketing strategies so that you can get more people actually wanting to talk to you in the DMs. This is part one. If you want to listen to part 2 and 3 and in a bonus section, please do let us know. If you're listening to the podcast, please make sure you also subscribe. And if you need help further, please feel free to reach out. So kicking into today's podcast, we have some advanced lead generation strategies on Instagram. And so what I'm going to teach you today is the fundamentals, the first fundamental that you need to absolutely master if you want to book more people and get more consultations on your Instagram. And so one of the big things is we quite often hear about niches, our avatar, training people we actually want to train. And one of the beauties of something like a social media platform where we're an online coach or we are, a hybrid operation, is that we have broader reach. Okay, so a little bit of a backstory. My gym is an all-female gym, and we really want to train, female athletes, so high-level female athletes. And so we live in an inner-city suburb. The amount of high-level female athletes in my suburb is about 5. It may be a bit more, but there is a very, very small niche. Okay, but one of the big things with that is understanding that, hey, there's no way we're going to build a business off this niche if we were to rely on the people in our neighborhood, okay? But because we have the power of the internet, because we are able to reach more people at a broader scale, because we have an online program or a hybrid program, we know that if we are speaking specifically to our avatar, to our nation, to the people we want to train, they're going to want to speak to us as well. And so one of the things that you have to ask is this one fundamental question, okay? Do people like me do things like that? Do things like this? And so that is one of the main questions that your audience is asking. If we were posting 50-year-old ladies or, women who just want to come in and lose a little bit of weight, and our program is designed to help elite athletes, do you think those elite athletes are going to think, by seeing what they see on our social media, essentially seeing what they see with their eyes, that that's the program for them? On the flip side, if we just have elite athletes on our program, on our social media, do you think a 50-year-old lady with a sore knee, who's never trained before, do you think she's going to be inspired or think that she can actually maintain or join that program? The answer is absolutely no. And so one of the main things, one of the best things that ever happened to me inside of our gym and then onto my online program was I learned this quote from Seth Godin, okay? And so this absolutely changed everything from us, because at the time, our gym was really struggling. My content was terrible, and my content was actually videos of me deadlifting, doing cleans, getting strong, getting fit and stuff like that. But I had an all-female gym, and one of my clients came and said to me, it was like, Dylan, you own an all-female gym, but all your marketing, all your content is just you lifting, and it's some of your clients here and there, but there's no actual women lifting weights, or there's no actual women here getting results. No wonder no one's coming to join your gym. And so that actually hurt quite a lot. It was quite hard to take on the chin. But then I actually was lucky enough, I was lucky enough and very grateful she told that and pointed out to me, and she gave me some great pointers. And then I also came across the book called This Is Marketing by Seth Godin. And so the number one concept that I took away from that is when an audience or when a set of people are looking at your content, the only question they need to answer to make a decision whether they're going to train with you is, do people like me do things like this? If you can answer that through your content, when you slide into their DMs, that person's going to be far more receptive to what you have to say. And if they don't view you as an authority, if they don't believe that you can get the result that they want by seeing what you're getting in your content, if they don't see or believe that you're the coach for them, there is no way that they're going to reply to you in the DMs. So if you can keep that in mind and answer that as the one fundamental question when people are looking at your content, you're going to get far more people, highly receptive to you and your DMs. And so how we do this from a tactical point of view, we need to master the front end. Okay. And so what I mean by mastering the front end is we need to master what people see when they see us on social media. Okay. And it all starts with number one, deciding who we want to attract. What results do they want? What vibe do they want to see? And who do they aspire to be? Okay. And this is super important, because if we can get very clear on that, then we can look at our content and say, hey, are we actually speaking to this person? Is the person that I want to attract to my business, are they seeing the results that they want? Is this the vibe that they want to see? Are these the people that they aspire to be? Is this who they want? And if you get a very clear picture of this, and we call this our real life avatar, where it's you go onto Canva and you create a picture of a person and you describe the traits, the results, who they aspire to be, and you make it a real person. Every piece of content you put up should be answering that question. Is this the person that I want to attract? Then we have a bit of a posting strategy that you can implement with this. And so we have a 5-day posting strategy that we use inside of our Mamba method. Our clients, what they'll do is they'll follow this posting flow, then they'll send in their content for us to review so that we can see if that speaks to their avatar, if that speaks to their niche. From that, we give them coaching so they can improve their front-end messaging. And over time, they get a more effective marketing spend from their time invested in their organic content, which is very, very cool. So a posting flow, we have a 5-day posting flow. Day one, you post about you and your solution story. So your solution story is how you went through a struggle, how you went through a journey, the mentors you met along the way, the lessons you've learned, and how you came up with either your gym, your hybrid program, or your online program. How did it come about? What were the lessons you had to learn? What were the challenges you went through? What were the obstacles you overcame? Because when you tell the solution story, people are going to think, hey, that sort of sounds like me. Because maybe right now, if you're just posting where you are now with all your great results, it's the same with your clients. Maybe they think, whoa, these people are amazing. I could never, ever be like that. When in reality, 3 years ago, you may not have been able to walk because of injuries. You may have had a busted shoulder. You may have been 50 kilos overweight. People really want to see the journey and the solution, and then they can make a decision like, hey, look, that looks like what I need. That mentor looks like the person for me. Then we need some social proof. So day 2, you're going to post some social proof. Let your audience see their future or current self in your client or yourself. Once again, share the journey. People don't want to see a before and after. They want to see a before, during, and future. Okay, that's what we want to see now. We don't want to see someone who's lost 10 kilos before and after photos. We want to see what happened before, where they were before, the reason why they came to train with you, what struggles and challenges they had to overcome, how your coaching process helped them overcome it, and then where they're going in the future and what they're looking forward to do. Then on day 4, we want to post a behind the scenes post. So show people what it's like to work with you. People, you got to realize, like when you think about buying something, you walk to a department store, you go on the internet and look through a store, you'll go through and check it out. and you want to see behind the scenes what goes into these products. Think of the best brand you know. What do they show? What do they show that goes into creating their product or creating what they do? If you can show behind the scenes, all it needs to be is something as simple as you, either, maybe doing a training session with a client, maybe it's a video of you coaching your clients. If you can show them what it's like to work with you, and be what it's like to be part of your community, people are going to be like, whoa, that looks like something I want to be a part of. That's the movement I want to be with. That's my tribe. That's my vibe. Those look like my people. And that's going to help you get more people over the line. Day number 4 is sharing some value. Solve a pain and show that you can show them why you can help them achieve their goals. If you can understand and articulate their pain, their frustrations, and what they're going through, then articulate a solution. Those people are going to think, hey, this person understands me. They get me. They have a solution for me. I really think that these people can help me. If you can help them overcome what's stopping them from taking on your full program in advance, you're going to find it easier and easier to sign up clients. Day number 5 is a relatability post. And I really like these because it shows the real side of, us as coaches. A lot of us as coaches, where if we look at a public perception, we're probably seen as a drill sergeant, someone who never socializes ever, someone who only eats chicken and broccoli, but we don't have a family life or anything outside of the gym. And so if we're able to show something that's a little bit more real, something that's relatable, something that's funny, something that's inspiring, something that we do outside of the gym, this can actually be very, very powerful in terms of, helping people see us as a real person. Cool thing about this is you can take this daily posting flow and you can turn this into your Instagram stories in 15-second bite-sized pieces as well. So one of the things we teach inside of Mumbit is how to make your content very, very easy. And so we use this posting flow. We get our clients very, very good at it. They take it, they repeat it over and over again, get feedback, consistently improve it. And it's really amazing to see the returns they get from their posting strategy. Number 3, the last thing, okay, is to ask yourself weekly, if I was the person who I want to join my program, see myself in this content, can I see myself in this content? And so, for example, if you want to have a very inclusive gym where you help people get healthy, you help women feel empowered through strength training, but you have a 35-year-old dad doing deadlifts, aka me, is that going to relate to your audience? And so if you're not getting people responding to you in the DMs or responding and booking in with you, it's because they don't see yourself in your content. And if you can have an honest look at your content and say, hey, look, yeah, 100%, I can see my perfect future client in my content every single day. I am speaking to them. Then what will happen when you go into the inbox, you'll get messages like, hey, I really love your content. I love what you guys are doing. I love what you stand for. That video you did a couple of weeks ago really helped me out. What do you guys do for a program? And so when you master this front end, it's going to make it far easier to generate leads and book leads from your Instagram. So team, that is part 1 of booking more leads from your Instagram and mastering your hybrid program or your online program and getting leads from Instagram. I hope that was valuable. If you're watching at home, please give us a comment or subscribe to our Spotify podcast. Other than that, look forward to part 2 and part 3 coming later on. Cheers, guys. Have a good day.